Alright, the next chapter is Chapter 2 on banking services. We have a lot of definitions here and then a few examples at the end. So pause when needed. Checking account. Account at a bank for deposits, withdrawals, and fund transfers. A check is a written order to transfer refunds. Electronic funds transfer, EFT, this is the process of moving funds electronically. So, example, Venmo is an EFT. Payee, this is the paper or EFT, this is who it's paid to. The drawer, account owner of the check. Check clearing, this is the bank process of paying the funds out of an account and then into the other account. Insufficient funds, or NSF. This is where checks are written for an amount more that's in the account. Alright, you heard of bouncing a check. That is insufficient funds. Typically there's a fee charged to the person who wrote the check, and the person who the check is written to does not actually get that money. Overdraft protection. This is the bank will still pay the check. This requires a fee, and the money that you pay has to be paid back. Basic checking account. This is the most common account. It often has no or low interest. And you can also do the basics of writing checks, depositing money, things like that. Interest-bearing checking accounts. This pays interest monthly. You usually have a minimum balance, and if your minimum balance falls below that number, typically you'll be charged a fee. Free checking accounts. This is where you have no minimum balances or fees. Joint checking accounts. Accounts owned by more than one person. Express checking accounts. These are online accounts with no actual brick and mortar bank. So a lot of accounts now can be done all online. Now accounts, these are negotiable order of withdrawal. Lifeline checking accounts, low income consumers have these types of accounts. And then a check register. This is a record of all of your transactions. So if you need to pause to copy anything down, now is the time to do that. Jackie deposited a $865.98 paycheck, a $623 stock dividend check, and a $60 rebate check, and $130 worth of cash into her checking account. Her original balance was $278.91, so we're going to start with $278.91. Assuming the check's clear, how much in her account after the deposit was made. So all these deposits, this adds on to your balance. So we're going to add on our $865.98. We're going to add on our $623. We're going to add on our rebate check, which is money you're getting back, and we're going to add on our cash of $130. Add all those numbers up, and you get $1,957.89. John cashed a check for $630. The teller gave him 3 $50 bills, 18 $20 bills, and T $10 bills. Determine the value of T. So we have 3 $50 bills, so 3 times 50, plus 18 $20 bills. Okay, and now we're trying to figure out how many of the other bills we're trying to find out for how many tens. So plus T $10 bills equals 630. So we have 150, 3 times 50 is 150, 18 times 20, 360, plus 10T, we're trying to figure out how many tens, equals 630. So this is a basic equation. Get all the variables on the left side, so this is going to stay here on the left, and move all the numbers to the right. Okay? So you're going to have 10T on the left, 630, you're going to subtract your 150, and you're going to subtract your 360. So that's going to be 630 minus 150 minus 360 gives you 120. Okay? And then divide both sides by 10. So T equals 12. So 12 $10 bills. Ann has a checking account at Garden City Bank. Her balance at the beginning of the February was $5,195.65. During the month, she made deposits totaling $68.73.22, wrote checks totaling C dollars, and was charged a maintenance fee of $15, and earned $6.05 interest. her balance at the end of the month was $4,200. Okay, so maintenance fee, a fee comes out of your account, interest adds into your account. All right, just as a side note. So we start with $5,195.65. We're going to add on our deposits of $68.73.22. Okay, we wrote checks for C dollars, so minus C, minus $15 fee, and plus $605 in interest. Okay, and that's going to equal $4,200 at the end. Okay, so it's one big long equation. So add all your numbers together. So do the 5,195, the 68.73, the negative 15, and the 605. Combine all your numbers together. When you do that, you'll get 12,059.92 minus C equals 4,200. Okay, again, let's get our C on this side. So I'm going to subtract my 12,000 from both sides. So you're going to get negative C equals negative 78.5992. All right, and then I don't want a negative C, so I'm going to divide both sides by the negative, or multiply both sides by -1, however you want to do that. So C is really going to equal, C is 7,859.92. Okay. Number 4, Olivia cashed a check for $113. The teller gave her 4 $20 bills, X $10 bills, and 3 $1 bills. Determine the value of X. Okay, so 4 $20 bills, so 4 times 20, plus X $10 bills, plus 3 $1 bills. All right, equals $113. Okay, so you're going to get 80, 4 times 20 is 80, plus 10x plus 3 equals 113. Okay, get the x by itself on the left, all the numbers on the right. So I'm going to subtract 80, I'm going to subtract 3, move it over to the right side. So 10x equals 30. So x equals 3. So that means there are 3 $10 bills. Okay. For number 5, we were looking at page 71, which is off to the right-hand side here. Number 13, it says create a check register for the transaction listed. There's a $2.25 fee for each ATM use. Print a copy of the check register from Cengage.com. All right. So we're just going to do this off to the side here. I wrote in the notes, I have parts A through J. So we're going to kind of copy that part off to the side. So for part A, it says your balance on 1029 is $237.47. So we're going to start with $237.47 for part A. Okay. Part B says you write a check $115 on 1029 for $18. Okay. So for that, you're going to do $237.47 minus $18 equals $219.47. Okay, you're keeping a running total in your check register. Part C, you deposit a check for $162.75. So you're going to take your $219, your ending balance on the last one, and you're going to deposit your check. So it's adding into your account of $162.75, which gives you a new total of $382.22. Part D says you deposit a $25 check on your birthday. So $382.22 plus 25, okay, gives you $407.22. Again, that's our new total right now. Part E, on 11/5 you go to a sporting event, run out of money, use the ATM in the lobby to get $10 for snacks. Okay, so we got $407.22 minus $10, also minus $225 for your fee, which it listed in that problem. Okay, which is your new total of $394.97. Okay, so you're just keeping a running total. F, your credit card bill is due, so you write a check for $51.16. So you're going to take your $394.97 minus $51.16 gives you a new total of $343.81. Your sister repays you $20. You deposit it. So $343.81 plus 20 gives you $363.81 for your new total. Okay. Part H says you withdraw $20 from the ATM to buy flowers. So $363.81. Okay. Minus 20 minus $2.25 for your fee gives you a new total of $341.56. You deposit your paycheck of $165.65, so $341.56 plus $165.65. Okay, new total $507.21. And then your last step, you deposit a late birthday check of $35. So you're going to take your $507.21 plus 35 because you deposit that, gives you an ending balance of $542.21. So this is an example of what you would do in your check record or your checking account. All right, you keep a running total, so every line has a new total, and you start the next line with the previous total. Number 6 says Ridgewood Savings Bank charges $27 per check overdraft fee. On July 8th, Nancy had $1,400 in her account. Over the next 4 days, the following checks arrived for payment on her bank. We got $13.80.15, $6.70, $95.76, $130, and $87.60. Okay, so we started with $1,400, and we're going to subtract off all those checks. So we're going to subtract off $13.80.15, $6.70, $95.67, $130, and $87.60. Subtract all those off. Okay, so when you do that, you're going to get negative $1,071.42. Okay. She's charged an overdraft protection fee of $27 per check. So if you look here, we have four days worth of checks, so that's going to be a $108 fee. Okay, so the fee is $108. All right, and then the big thing on this problem is this number. She owes that to the bank because she wrote checks for money that she did not have. So she's going to have to pay that with a credit card. Sometimes they back it up with a credit card, but either way, she's going to have to pay that back. Okay, and the last one is number 7, which refers to number 16 off to the side here. We're going to start with a check register. So your starting balance is $25.46. Okay. For Part B, okay, you write a check. So we know that this is going to be a subtraction. So I'm just going to write what you do off to the side. You're going to subtract there. On 12/17, you deposit. So that's going to be a plus. Part D, your grandparents send you a holiday check for $100 and you deposit. That's going to be a plus. On 12/22, you write a check to Best Buy in the amount of $326.89, to Macy's for $231, and to Target for $123. So that's going to be a deduction. On 12/24, you go to the Apple Store. As you're writing a check for $301, you make a mistake and must void the check. You pay with a next available check in your checkbook. Okay, so that's going to be a subtraction. On 12/26, you return a holiday gift, and the store gives you a $98. You deposit that, okay, for a refund. On 12/28, you write an e-check. Okay, you're writing a check. That's a subtraction. And on 12/29, you withdraw $200 from your ATM with a charge. That's going to be a subtraction. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of give you an idea. You can do that in here off to the side here, all right, but that's just another example of your check register. Okay, just a running total of your balance.